Yo, team playing as Persia. We're gonna start out by researching stock exchange, and I'm actually not sure what we want to research next. Maybe actually colonization next. It's gonna be pretty important for recognition. And then after that, or maybe I should go colonization first. I think this is fine. We'll go stock exchange, colonization into stock exchange. Now we're gonna use our authority to spam a bunch of social mobility decrees in all of our decently populated states, which I believe are really these ones that are pretty decently populated. Maybe this one. Actually, we have an authority to do every single state because apparently we have minus decree cost in something. So we're going to put corn laws on export prioritization and then export some grain. And that should let us trigger the corn laws as soon as we unpause, assuming landers are in government, which they are. All right, I think we'll also begin improving relations with Great Britain and Russia. Then let's look at rivalries. We'll rival the Khalsa Raj, Trucial States, and Oman. And we'll begin, we'll just use that influence to get the plus 25% infamy decay. Now we'll also declare on Herat for our return state CB, because we want to do the claim Greater Khorasan decision. Although ideally, I think we want to wait till we get to neutral relation with the UK, so that they hopefully will not request for us to evacuate Herat. Now let's mobilize our army and invade Herat here. Oh yeah, let's lower government wages real quick, and sure, let's raise taxes. Actually, our SOL is really bad, so maybe let's not do that. Wow, Persia starts out with a really low SOL. What causes that? I wonder. Anyway, we've triggered corn laws, so we're going to stop exporting grain now, and we will, in fact, do the opposite and begin importing grain. Okay, we forgot to queue up buildings. We only lost 1 week of construction. It's not that big of a deal, you know. We'll just put a couple of construction sectors. Maybe we have what's our investment pool? Not that big. Let's do like 3 construction sectors then, and then we'll start building up some iron mines with those. Kunduz is going after Kabul. That's really weird, because Kunduz is way weaker than Kabul. Anyway, we should have an easy victory over Herat here. We added our other war goal against them to conquer Herati Hazaristan. Like we were making a little bit too much money, so I guess we'll temporarily lower taxes because we don't need the money until we get the construction sectors in. Although, actually, you know, an interesting fact someone told me in my comments at some point is you can actually stockpile gold reserves past the gold reserve cap. If we just read the UI here, we'll see that there's diminishing returns that set in once you go above your gold reserve cap. It's not a hard cap. You can actually have an arbitrary amount of gold reserves, but apparently it caps out at only 25% efficiency. Oh, our literacy is so bad we just can't employ up these construction sectors. I guess we'll build some other construction sectors in Tabriz and Isfahan then. Because, yeah, not being able to employ up the construction sectors is a little bit of an interesting problem you don't see very often. Now, due to that weird Kunduz versus Kabul war, Kunduz is now Kafiristan is now invading Kunduz. Usually it's the other way around. Wow, we still just don't have enough, I'm pretty sure. We need more states. Okay, Fars, you can have a construction sector. Khorasan, you can have a construction sector. We're starting to actually lose money now because we've got enough construction sectors. Anyway, just hit 19 relations with the Brits, so let's claim Greater Khorasan. And how much infamy do we have left? 0.0. Well, that's a bit of a problem, because if we declare a war, we're going to get infamy, which is going to make the British probably get mad at us. But it is what it is. I guess we'll just try to declare for something that's a minimal amount of infamy. To try to make the British not care too much about us, we're going to declare for Kandahari Hazaristan, which, since it's under 1 infamy, it actually does not result in negative relations. Or actually, we can just add additional war goals after Britain decides on their action. I think we'll just give them like 2 weeks to see what... Okay, looks like we gained relation with them, which I assume means that they click the option that they approve of us, so... Yeah, I'm not sure what the odds are. I think I tried looking at the code, but I just couldn't see any AI chance code in it, so I'm not really sure how the probabilities work, but I know it says depending on mutual relations, so I figure trying to get to neutral instead of poor is a good idea. Now we can just return state the rest of the country, because, yeah, it's not going to be too big of a deal now that we've already done our stuff. What do we want to take here? We don't have enough maneuvers for both, do we? Yeah, we are 2 maneuvers off. That's the disadvantage of not returning staying Kandahar as the primary war goal. So we'll just leave the rest for a future war. Okay, we can get our war goals here. Revoking claim on Kandahar obviously doesn't mean anything because we're already getting the state in the peace deal, so it doesn't do anything. So we're going to delete some construction sectors because as they're employing up, we are getting a little bit too big of a negative balance. Okay, we go to modern conservative. Very, very nice. It took a little bit longer than we would like, but it's fine. Better late than never. I wonder which of these states is the lowest population. Looks like Semnan has a very low pop, so stop promoting social mobility there. And then if we go very high gov wages, yep, we have over 200 now, so we can bolster the liberal movement. Okay, let's conquer Kabul next. Return Kabulistan, return Hazaristan, conquer Quetta, conquer Kabuli Pashtunistan. Alright, now we'll raise the army, and we will be perfectly good. What are they doing? Why are they getting plus 35 from relative military strength and level of mobilization? Are the Persian, or are the Afghans coded to be confident? Oh, Macron joins the war. Okay, we'll return state on them, I guess. This is a little bit strange that they're so confident, considering that they're guaranteed to lose pretty much. Yeah, this war is easy as expected. There must be some hard-coded thing to make them be more confident. I know of one for the Ottomans when they're invading Egypt. They think they're 10 times or 11 times stronger than they actually are. It makes them think they're 10 times extra stronger, so 10 plus 1 is 11. Well, our balance is not good. Mostly probably because we're trying to incorporate the east of our country. So, and we have 8,000 interest. Wow, interest is actually killing us. Yeah, that's not good. We we really need to get out of debt somehow. Let's maybe raise taxes. Yeah, let's raise taxes by one level, I guess. Our landowners refuse to be pressured by the liberal movement. It's just because Persia starts out with such garbage literacy, so it's really hard to trigger corn laws. The landowners are finally being pressured by the liberal movement, which is nice. It happened right after one of those events where you give the aristocrats more political strength. I wonder if those events somehow influence this, but I feel like they usually do. I don't know. Maybe it's just correlation, but anyway, we're gonna start passing homesteading now, I guess. An petition for free trade, we'll of course accept. Okay, we passed homesteading. Let's go for, laissez-faire interventionism. I think we go interventionism, you know, it's the meta for low GDP. We're following the meta. Wait, why did our construction tank? I feel like I had 43 just a minute ago. Oh, I guess the ones in Afghanistan are unemploying because we don't have enough acceptance. State 50 relations will request a British military mission. See what they say. We get our 5% bonus. Oh, we do. Yep, Great Britain accepts offer for support. Well, that's nice. Of course, we can't request Russia right now because they don't have general staff, so this can't send us a military assistance. Oh, we just got interventionism. Nice. Let's start passing free trade next so we can get our petition done. I've just thought of something. When the Kazakh revolt happens, can we simply declare on it to conquer all of its states, and then when Russia occupies it, they'll enforce their protectorate, but then before they get the annex event, they should also have enforced our war to conquer it, I think. We'll try that out. The reason we need that, by the way, is because there is, one of these requires, Khorasamia. See here, Khorasamia is required. And Khorasamia, a small portion of it, is owned by Kishijouj. So normally you have to take this from Russia in order to complete the journal. Hey, let's try and conquer, Kafiristan real quick here. Should be a nice quick war. What are the conquer war goals? I guess that's Muhar Amara. We could give it to Muhar Amara. I don't think that's a very good idea, you know. Don't need to give it to Muhar Amara. Why would we do that? We're only getting 25 construction. I think that they're bugged because if we look here, we can see that we're only getting 15 or we should be getting like way more construction, but we're just not. So I think if we swap them to wood frame and then back to iron frame, yeah, that fixes it. And now it's giving the proper amount of construction, which then makes the investment pool realize it actually has enough money to build a building. Anyway, we get free trade. Nice. Gives us some loyalists. Can we pass this? No, we need the currency standards tech. What do we go for next? Okay, I think next we'll go for religious schools. Always a nice law to pass, except we have no bureaucracy. What could go wrong, right? Let's just, unpause construction and build some government administrations, and then religious schools will never go wrong. Okay, now let's conquer the rest of Kandahar. Just some quick little war goals to finish off this country. It's actually quite a bit of infamy because these states we don't have return CBs against, and we're still unrecognized for now. For now. Oh, the uprisings of India have appeared. Pretty big uprising. Looks like every single princely state is neutral or even against the EIC. I can't tell. Yeah, it's actually very hard to tell. Like, I think Hyderabad's neutral, actually. No, they're against India. Okay. Yeah. This is a big Hindustan uprising. Get religious schools in. I think now we'll go for colonization. So let's put the armed forces in government and then start passing colonial exploitation. Because of course you want to try to colonize Turkmenia here. The reason we're using the pacify the Turkmens decision is it's so much money. 16,000 government expenses. I forgot that it's possible for the Kazakh Khanate to not get this state. In fact, it's like more likely than not. So I guess we're not going to be trying to do that this time. But what we will do is invade Bukhara and utilize joining on Russia's side to ban them from joining against us, because that sounds fair and balanced to me. Okay, the war has escalated enough, we can now join it, so we'll just support them unconditionally. We can even form a defensive pact with Russia. Yeah, let's form a defensive pact, sure. Let's actually click it correctly. Sure, we'll take a defensive pact, that'll be nice. Maybe when you get up to 50 relations, we can even form an alliance with an obligation. That would be really good if we can, although we're willing to eventually break it in order to take over Khorasan. Alright, well, we'll make the slaves no longer slaves, I guess. I don't know what the best option is for that weird event. Let's start incorporating all the territory we've taken from Bukhara. Looks like the Hindustan rule is almost dealt with. They've seemingly grown, or they're going to be annexing basically everyone in India, which is going to be kind of interesting. Past colonial exploitation, which is nice. Start colonizing into Merv. Oh, we've got claims. We can't colonize into Turkmenia. Okay, I think we want to try to go for recognition. Our prestige is pretty low. But I think we're going to research Romanticism for the Arts Academy, which is, of course, the easiest way to get yourself a free 60 prestige, because no AI builds enough art to get anywhere near. See, the highest right now only has 4 art production, which is like 1 arts academy. If we just build 2 arts academies, we can get more. Wait, what? Why is Lubeck a subject of Russia? I'm gonna conquer Kokand real quick. Return CB, and then we use our conquers. It's gonna be a little bit of infamy, but what's the worst that could happen? The answer to that question is chain joins, but we can just ignore that thing called reality real quick. Because who cares about reality, am I right? I'm surprised there's so many subjects left. I thought that they were all going to be annexed because they all joined the revolt. I wonder how much infamy to transfer India. 120 as an unrecognized power. I think that's a sign that's going to be under 100 when unrecognized. Cool. Kokand War about to come to a conclusion. Nice. Persia grows larger. Oh, we got Romanticism. We should build our Arts Academy. Except we're trying to pause construction right now because we are running huge shortages of tools and stuff. So building stuff is not great for that, but we'll just build an Arts Academy real quick. Our prestige is at 66 right now. Maybe we can actually get to 100 and whatever pretty easily. Let's just wait for line infantry and maybe we can do it. I think we're going to need 2 Arts Academies though. Arts Academies are built. They're just trying to employ up, and we should be able to become number 2 arts producer, and then that combined with wage upping should hopefully get us to unrecognized major, and then we can try to get recognition. They're at 91. Now we go up on government wages, and we get to unrecognized major power, which is nice. Now we can stop subsidizing the arts academies. We're subsidizing other buildings because we didn't want the cycle to break, but let's just unsubsidize them. I'm sure they'll be profitable anyway. Recently learned a new strategy to earn recognition from one of the members of Tarkasarkasar's Discord, which is declaring a country that the USA is guaranteeing the independence of. Then you wait for the USA to join the play against you, and then I think we just spam revoke claim war goals against the US. Assuming the US actually joins. Okay, yes, the USA does eventually join. They should get banned slavery on us, which is actually amazing. As a nice little side project here, but yeah, we're gonna Montana, you have stuff of, but if you look here, we should have some revoke claims against the Confederates. I think we also have some in the far west here, but we'll just use the Confederates, I guess, because they're probably less likely to take that back during the war. I'm not really sure. Revoke claim Georgia, revoke claim North Carolina you shouldn't own. Yeah, you don't. Okay, should be good. Oh, actually, you might not be able to take the banned slavery because that'll give us, you know, in the earning recognition, we've got retreat based on having a war goal enforced upon you. It actually depends in what order they're added, or maybe we can request an embassy from Russia, actually. If we request an embassy from Russia, I believe, 45, or what it'll be 55 maneuvers, so that should give us, I think 180 points. So it should be perfect with the Russian embassy, I believe. We will just need to defend against some naval invasions for a little bit here, but we have just unlocked line infantry just in time for this, so let's just start defending. Yes, first naval invasion battle just failed. I guess their army here is just kind of too small, and of course, I think with naval invasion penalty, our line infantry actually has better stats, especially if you roll poor visibility. Is that general incompetent or something? I feel like they should still have more stats than that. No, they don't have an incompetent general. How is their offense so bad? Oh, they have too many army. They're conscripting up. Okay. The play here for reduce Honduran autonomy. We're not invading Honduras. We'll support the UK in this play just because we want to attitude swap with the UK back to genial, and if we can. Yeah, okay, we get the UK genial, which is good. Maybe we can form an alliance or something. So, none of El Salvador's army is actually raised. I think we're going to fake naval invade Mexico, just in case they mobilize it because we're naval invading them, and then we're going to swap this over to an invasion of El Salvador. The reason we actually care about landing El Salvador is their acceptance is relatively low, so we need to naval invade El Salvador if we want to peace out with the USA for our war goals. Actually, do we even make it in time? 8 weeks. Oh, we're good. Yeah, I think. We should be good. Okay, let's now swap this over to an naval invasion of El Salvador. And they've got 0 guys mobilized. Okay, so the problem is the USA has a very low war support. But we just need El Salvador to go negative, and then we should be good to peace out for what we like. And as long as USA is still in the war, we should be able to hopefully grab what we want. So it turns out we don't get enough recognition points unless this gives plus 80 yet. So if we do this, we end up with 120 recognition points. Because I guess these get us up to 200, and then this gets us down by 80, I assume. And so we're going to do this peace deal, I guess. We're going to wait for USA to actually accept it. But this is seemingly the only way we can actually get recognition off this war. Or we could try to get the USA into another war. But the only other country they're guaranteeing the independence of is New Granada, which they hate the government of. If we just look at trying to liberate Panama or something, USA has minus 114 to supporting New Granada due to ideological differences of government. So, something that's going to be happening. So I think we'll just peace out here for our revoke claims, so we actually get recognition, the treaty with Russia, and now we're recognized. Okay, we'll go for an annex on Khiva next here. Be pretty easy war. The slaves of Khiva unshackle every Persian, of course. So I've done some testing, and what I found out is that Russia will trade us Kuban for Khorasania. So we're going to put an interest into the Caucasus, and then try to conquer Kuban and get Khorasania from it. Then the only thing we'll need from Russia is to revoke their claim on Turkmenia in order to complete the eastern frontier. So we're going to have to fight a war with Russia to do that. But the trade state will still be good because it'll mean that we can fight an entirely defensive war, which is much easier than having to go and occupy this from Russia, which is going to be much more difficult. Alright, so I'm going to declare on Circassia for conquer their capital. Now we'll just, Russia's truce with Circassia is about to run out very, very soon here. Oh, Ottomans are guaranteeing them. Yeah, as soon as Russia's truce runs out, we're going to be inviting them. Looks like Ottomans are not going to join despite the guarantee. There's a lot of interesting options here, like becoming a Russian protectorate. But I think we'll just give them returns to Cassian North Caucasus. There's nothing else that looks good here, right? Yeah, so let's just give them that. Now Russia shall deal with the Circassians. Okay, that should be Circassia over, or I forgot they have their minus provinces captured, so it's not actually. But this time, we take over Iran, or we take over Kuban. I'm just getting confused. Oh, they wanted even more than my tests. Okay, well, I wonder what they're... Wow, they're actually going to give us a lot for this. But yeah, we're gonna... Hmm. Well, anyway, we're gonna give them... Or we're gonna ask for... Where is it? Russian Khorasania. Wow, they want this by 45. That's quite a lot, but yeah, we're gonna take that deal. Very nice Khorasania. I'm gonna break my defensive pact with Russia real quick, because we're gonna be declaring on them soon enough. We could have gotten Turkmenia in time if we had just, researched colonization before Russia dealt with the Kazakh Khanate, I'm pretty sure. Or not researched, enacted colonization before. We should have really done that, but too late. I'm gonna declare on Sardinia Piedmont to liberate Savoy. And then Russia's hopefully gonna join in this play against us. Oh yeah, let's raise max conscripts. Now we're just gonna pray that, you know, Russia doesn't mobilize enough of their military to defeat us. I believe. Also, we are using enlistment efforts, of course. That's how we're able to raise so many troops. Now Russia should join against us, and we're gonna revoke claim on Sakhalin, revoke claim on Turkmenia, and revoke claim on Uzbekia, or let's say Tajikistan, so there's nothing near the front line. And now we're just gonna start promoting up some generals so that we don't have command limit issues. Mobilize everything. And as long as the Russians, you know, they just need to not mobilize too much, then it'll be good. It would have been just so much easier if we just didn't, if we just researched colonization a little, or enacted colonization a little bit faster. So far, there's still quite a lot of unmobilized Russians. We need that to continue, and we need almost no Austrians to mobilize, and then we should be good as long as those two things are true. So the war just began, and the front is -5, which we don't like very much. So we're gonna get the armed forces and government and start passing pro-army to give the patriotic fervor bonus of 10 offense defense, which hopefully will be enough to hold the line. Hold the line, please. Please, please. It's not looking good. Okay, let's could we hire a bunch of armed forces guys to get them to 20% clout? We could try that. It would put us in an even larger government administration deficit, though. I don't like that very much. Herat. Let's just build more government administrations everywhere. Oh, the front is staying at somewhat stable. Okay. Yeah, if we can get away with not getting the line in armed forces to that powerful, that would be very nice. Okay, I think we're fine with that 10% army offense defense bonus. We're holding the line just barely. We just need to get Russia negative, and then hopefully we can enforce. Except that Sardinia Piedmont isn't gonna accept a peace. Let's actually just split off our cuirassier here, and you know, he'll do a special military operation into Piedmontian Provence real quick. Okay, we made it into Sardinia Piedmont. That'll be good. They're gonna get deoccupied by this 8 stack, I guess, but it is what it is. We'll get some war support drop here to help them accept my peace deal. Oh, uh-oh, we're getting pushed into. That's bad. Oh, but Russia's negative. Um, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Can we please just not lose this battle for a little bit longer, guys? That would be very much appreciated. Oh, Britain's offering us military assistance. Can you take 1 more week to lose this battle, please? 1 more week. Just 1 more week. Okay, so we could give Sardinia Piedmont war reps. So looking at how negative the war support drops are here, I'm thinking that it's actually possible that even after we lose this battle, they'll still think that they're achievable through capitulation. Oh, wait, that battle didn't even occupy the territory? That's weird. Well, let's just enforce. Can we take another one? We can even take another state. Yeah, sure, we'll revoke claim on Tajikistan as well. Alright. Nice. Now we can start colonizing Turkmenia. Now, if you were trying to do this playthrough, you would, of course, rush colonization. Now let's replace these enlistment efforts with promote social mobility decrees, because those are going to be more important. I took took the armed forces out, but I'm actually going to put them back in, because we actually want to pass per capita. We should have done this as our law we were doing to make them happy. But yeah, we want this money. It's 35,000 more money. Could go prop tax, but it's less money increase, and I think that's going to be the case for a while longer. I shall force the Omanis out of our country. Return Omani Bompur. Conquer Omani Hormuz. You must give me my coastline once and for all. I'm gonna build like 8 government administrations in Merv because they're the most efficient building for getting urbanization. You get 20 per level, and we want 2 urban centers to complete restore Merv. And this is the best way to do that. Just pass per capita taxation. Very nice. That's gonna massively increase our budget. Now we'll go and conquer Macron and Kala, I guess. That'll be another thing to do because we're very low on infamy. Oh, France and Belgium are in this Oman war. I was like, what's going on? But I guess it makes a little bit of sense then. Huh. Okay, well, we're gonna start a naval invasion into here or something. I didn't notice France and Belgium joining against us. That's actually really annoying. Our navy will eventually get back, and then hopefully we can land these spots and be fine. Except now the French navy is here, so, take out land Zanzibar. Okay, this war is actually looking really difficult. I've put an interest in Arabia. We're gonna try to conquer Mara and then walk into Oman from there. I don't really know what to do. Things are looking really bad for us right now. With their conscripts, we are able to hold back the French, though. Although we're losing to Kalat. Let's move some of our armies over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna conquer Mara so that we can get a border with Oman. Alright, I'm gonna restore Merv. Use it to... Sure, we'll take 10% prestige. So they only have 0.22 thousand troops in their army, but we only have 0.15 thousand troops. So this is going to be an interesting battle, especially because we have minus 25% offense, which means... Yeah, it's going to be close, I think. Okay, we win. Why do we have 27 offense? That seems really high. I don't know. Also, why did we get 70? Okay, well, I guess we'll take it, because, yeah, we can now start walking into this new front. Except that they arrived there before us, so that's not good. How about you go over there? That would be good, but it's not gonna happen. Uh, yeah, this troop might save us. Let's just go on defense, and hopefully that one troop can hold this front for long enough for our 19 stack to arrive, and then we can push in. Yeah, okay, the front is now equal, so once we arrive with our 19 stack, should be good to just steamroll through here. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Finally gonna occupy Oman, and then we'll be able to win this war. Very unfortunate that we didn't notice that France and Belgium had joined it, but we should be good. Okay, and we make peace. Oh, we forgot about this treaty port, but whatever. We'll just take it later. Anyway, we should be occupying Macron here. Yep, there we go. Big Iran. Big Iran. That in for me. Guess we'll go for Sind. Nice state to take over. Well, we have no other subjects to make mad, so I guess we'll just annex Muharamara. It's only 1.1 infamy. Yeah, okay, they decline, but whatever. We'll just annex them anyway. It's really unfortunate that since 1.8, it's been basically impossible to ban slavery, because you just, like, never get a good abolitionist movement. We don't have an abolition movement at all here. But yeah, so what we're gonna have to do is, a little bit of a cheesing slavery, you know, just declaring on the USA. And they're gonna add ban slavery against us, so we'll just back down to display. And we'll no longer have slavery. That'll be nice. Easy slavery banned. It had to be done, unfortunately. The game needs a better way to ban slavery. Now I'll start trying to pass cultural exclusion. We've got some movements that support it, so it shouldn't be too bad to pass. But it'll be very nice if we can get this law in, because we'll start actually accepting a bunch more pops. I'm building a 20 stack uni in Iraqi Ajami, because I want to get some faster research. So we're going for general staff. I'm thinking maybe after general staff we can try to take over the British Raj. Finished a colonial uprising in Turkmenia, so we're colonizing the last little bits of it a bit faster. Okay, we passed cultural exclusion. That's nice. Get some more acceptance on all of our pops. Although we would like to get off of state religion, I think, right? Because Look at the religions map mode. Almost no one here is Shia, so getting on a freedom of conscience would be nice, but that's a big stall chance from, yeah, traditionalist ruler and stuff. Even our heir is a traditionalist. What is Britain doing? They're conquering Egypt. No, how dare you? That's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to intervene in the war. We're just gonna take away some of our decrees here so we can put in enlistment efforts, and upgrade. And then hopefully we want to try to sway Egypt for transfer British Raj. Yeah, okay. Hopefully we can save Egypt and take the Raj. You're gonna liberate Malta. That's not good. Please tell me this is incorporated. Okay, it is. So the war goal that Egypt has of war reps is actually enforceable. Good. Let's begin mobilizing and go to the East India Company fronts. We believe we shall be victorious against evil Britain. Anyway, we just finished colonizing Turkmenia. There's some decent options here, but the bottom option I think is just the best. I mean, maybe this is somewhat useful for GDP maxing, but we'll just take the claims, because claims are cooler, Who cares about modifiers when you have claims? They've got 6 guys defending Malta? Well, that's not good. Why would you try to liberate Malta? They did try to liberate Malta, right? Yeah, they tried to lib Malta. What are you doing? We've occupied the British Raj in Gujarat. Slowly our army's going down to here. They've still got 7 guys defending Malta, though, which is it's going to be a big problem. We need to build up a big navy if we want to deal with that. So I guess we'll start building up a navy. And we're going to try to slowly push through the EIC. Oh, there's a new front here. Okay, we'll go to that front, because this front is going to have low infra. Okay, we've landed in the South Atlantic Islands. Now, I guess we'll just land in Scotland next, because they haven't defended that, and they are defending Malta, which is the other thing we want to land. We made it into Agra on this front. Nice. Slowly pushing through the EIC. Okay, we don't have nearly enough on that front, so let's move this 28 stack over to try our best to defend against the Brits in Hormuz. Oh, we made it in Scotland. Okay, well, I guess we'll just rapid advance down from Scotland then. I have no clue why they're still defending the English HQ. I didn't even realize that we landed. But yeah, we'll just push down, I guess, and see. We'd really just like if they moved their troops away from the Italy HQ so you could fight this war legit, but it's just gonna be easier if we just push down like this. So this is what we're gonna have to do. Push down into London real quick. This 21 stack could just move onto the front, but foolish AI is being foolish, of course. Now, occupy this, and go over here, and we're good. Britain's gonna get enforced on. Big W's. Liberate Trucial States even, so we can take back Hormuz fully, eventually, once our truce is up. Yeah, war should be over pretty soon. Save Egypt from losing their stuff, and we transfer the British Raj. Very good for us. They propose themselves losing Aleppo? Why would you propose that? No, we're not accepting this peace deal? Do you think I'm insane? Oh, it's because they're completely occupied. Okay, well, it makes a bit more sense. But, anyway, the UK is going to capitulate. So, yeah, we'll take it. Big nice. Oh, independence war against the UK. Unfortunately, doesn't actually contain any of the valuable subjects, but a couple of them are rebelling. I guess with India as our block member, we might as well create a power block. We'll create a sovereign empire. Is there any special... Oh, okay, we found a special name for Persia. So, yeah, we'll create a power block. It's gonna have 0 cohesion, I guess, because our relations with India are not good right now. Oh, big independence war of India here. I think they should be able to win it. Yeah, they got plus 50 relative military strength, so they should be fine. This province is 0 infamy. Alright, give it to me. Okay, they gave it to me. I forgot to pass healthcare. Wonder how long we waited a little bit longer than we needed to for healthcare, like 6 years or something. No, less than 6 years. We have max unis, but 2 techs and 12k. Maybe that's like 4 years or something we wasted. We're gonna go public health insurance now. That'll be nice for the plus SOL. Yeah, we passed healthcare. Build some government administration so we can level it up. A new mass migration. I think this might be our first mass migration. Oh, there's another Indian uprising. France is supporting it. How dare they? That's literally evil. Level up healthcare and education. Okay, we get our first mandate. We could go advanced research, or yeah, let's go advanced research. That seems fine. I'm gonna invade Egypt for Lower Egypt and take some war reps and ban slavery. Hopefully this will reduce them to an unrecognized regional so that we can protectorate them in our next war. If we have a big enough fleet, we can probably land them. Surely the French won't just stack like a 5 million stack in this navy spot, right? We'll be fine. I'm sure the French can't do anything against us. They do indeed join the play, of course. So surprisingly, the Egyptian AI is actually defending the Ethiopia HQ. I guess this is because they conquered Ausa. And they're also defending the Egypt HQ, so we're gonna land Transjordan. Except that's actually also defended. What? They're actually defending everything? This is not allowed. I guess we'll just have to land Eritrea against the 2 defenders they have. Okay, we're in Eritrea now. 21 stack, go in there. 8 stack, you can start landing Transjordan, sure. Okay, they've got their navy here. Okay, they're moving their navy away. Let's land Transjordan again. I believe. Yeah, their navy's running away. Good, good, good. The defense of Eritrea is not looking good, but it'll be fine. Yeah, let's split some of you guys off. Like 60 to a new army. And we'll bring you into here. Okay, pushing through Transjordan into Palestine here. Very nice. Maybe we'll make it to the Sinai. Oh, the French armies are here, I assume. Actually, this is almost all Egyptian armies. What? How are they? How is the Egyptian army this big? What? Oh, this front is just completely wide open. Preparing naval invasion in Hormuz. Okay, well, we can just, push from here, I guess, then. Making good progress from the south. Nope, they've blocked us off again. Wow, the Egyptian army is so big. It's 3.6 thousand power projection. France is 7k, but that's kind of normal for France, but the other one is just so high. Could really set these on general training, that would be a pretty good move. And these on philosophy department should all help us out a little bit. So apparently the game has decided that we are going to get spaghettied, so that's unfortunate. We're just going to wait till France caps, I guess. Big revolt? I feel like I just saw this revolt like a while ago. What? I feel like this revolt already happened. I'm so confused. No, Kutai wasn't in it last time. France finally gonna be out of the war? Yes. Nice. Okay, let's use the 21 stack to land Eritrea, and then from there we can try to ship our army in and defeat the evil Egyptians. Okay, we're in on Eritrea. Move in the 120 stack. Move in all the stacks in the world. We will destroy the Egyptians. They kicked us out, bruh. No. Okay, this time we're trying to do a naval invasion in here to try to. Okay, that makes them bring less troops. Okay, defend, 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 defend. 120k, 10 day. Bruh, 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 bruh. Come on, get to the front. Come on. Oh, okay, they're just completely abandoning. Good, good, good. Push. Push, push, push. Okay, the 120 stack is there, so we're good now. Push, push, push. We will destroy the Egyptians once and for all. The front spaghetti will destroy the Egyptians is the reality. Great front spaghetti. Greece is at war with Egypt? What? Is this in this Russia versus Qing? And that's going on here? That's very interesting. Russia's gonna go into a bunch of debt here. Qing is gonna go into a bunch of debt. Maybe we can protectorate Qing, who knows? So, we've been on zero infamy for a while, and I just didn't notice. What do we want to take? I don't know, we could maybe conquer Nejd. Yeah, no one important is likely to join, so let's just conquer Nejd. We really need to finish this war with Egypt. It's not going amazing right now. I'm gonna do some naval invasions, but okay, an army's about to arrive. Actually, the most important province to naval invade is Upper Egypt, so that we don't get... Oh, wait, there's troops here again. There wasn't troops here just a little bit ago. What happened? How dare they put troops there? Bruh. How dare they? Wait, what? Ned's just back downs? Okay, we occupy Upper Egypt now. Nice. Now can we take Sinai with the same trick? And then should be good. Um, move there. Okay, we just occupy Lower Egypt. Good. Now we can make peace. Alright. War's finally over. That took so long. I'm gonna go for a protectorate on the Ottoman Empire. Britain's gonna get involved, but what can Britain do against the mighty Persian Empire, am I right? Except for everything that they can do, but like, we can just like imagine that there's nothing Britain can do. Also, it's gonna be faster to just delete all the conscripts and then re-add them, because there's a stupid bug where you can't control click. Apparently we just can't add conscripts here anymore. Okay, I guess we'll add them to a different army. Wait, we still have conscripts somewhere? Damn. Okay, well we can now actually add conscripts. If you click this button correctly, we can spam conscripts very fast. Get all of our max conscripts up. 364, nice. It'll help us defeat the evil Brits. The evil Romanians and Brits have sided with the Ottoman Empire. Not really sure if we're gonna be able to push, but even if we can't, we can just wait for Britain to cap out, and then we should be good, hopefully. Except that there's actually no British troops here yet. We can just imagine that there was, and then, you know, our argument would apply. So, our argument basically applies. That's definitely how logic works. Okay, we're winning battles. Good, good. We're sending over our navy, and we're trying to reorg this army so that we can just land Constantinople or something as well. Good battles there as well. Lots of British reinforcements are coming. Not good. 93 war support they're at right now. It's gonna be a while till they step out, but we can just land Constantinople soon. Okay, yeah, they're at the advantage on this front now, so let's go defense. You know, I'm actually yet to set up a company. Let's go for the wood company, sure. India plus Spain versus France and India's subjects. Okay, we just landed in Constantinople. That was really easy. How many days till they arrive on this front? It's going to be 14 days. We can arrive there in 3. Okay, let's see if we can push out to take over Huda Vendigar, because that will make it significantly harder for them to push into us. Please, please, please. Yes, we made it. Good. Okay, now we just try to defend front for as long as possible and see how long it takes for them to have to get back to their capital. Okay, Ottomans are about to go negative war support. They just want revoke claim on Erzurum. Actually, we might just gotta wait a little bit longer. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty easy. Wait a little bit, and then we should be able to just not revoke a claim. Maybe we'll want to use our return CBs. I don't know. Ottoman Empire Protectorate complete. Begin improving relations. Oh, Egypt declared bankruptcy. Nice. They're gonna decay to an unrecognized power, which means we're gonna be able to subjugate them for a little bit less infamy. Okay, we'll go for protectorate on Egypt. Raise the army, send it into Lower Egypt. Here's their capital is Upper Egypt. Alright. You know, if you want to win a war, you should maybe set your armies to advance front. Pro tip here. Just remember to set your armies to advance front. That'd be a good way to win a war. I would never forget to do that, you know? Okay, pushing through Egypt, because they're bankrupt, so their army is not particularly strong, as you could guess from a country being bankrupt. China declared bankruptcy. Nice. How's their prestige going? 258, not quite dropping down. We could declare a war and steal some stuff from China. I've been damaging relations with Russia because I wanna. Oh, the Russians are improving relations. That's a bit of a problem. I guess we'll have to attack someone they're guaranteeing the independence of to attack them. The Veiled Protectorate. I think this is the first time I've gotten Veiled Protectorate while having the Ottomans as a subject. No one can deny the power of the Iranian Empire. So we can kill this random. So we can kill the ruler of Egypt, I guess. And this gives us 50 relation with them. Or we get -20 with Ottomans either way, but we can choose between 50 relations with Egypt or 10 influence and 5 prestige. I guess we'll take 50 relation with Egypt. Got one of our provinces to 85% literacy, so if we were going for the achievement, we could just give away the rest of our states and then get the, what's it called? The Iran Zamin achievement. We already have it. I shall rob the Chinese of Beijing. and some war reps. You know, will make the Chinese bankruptcy spiral. We love some Chinese bankruptcy. So yeah, the Chinese have minus 67% offense defense due to bankruptcy, so I don't think they're gonna be able to fight a war very easily. We'll see. Wait, what? We own 26 levels of Chinese buildings? And China's already back in debt now that we declared our war. Nice. Oh, and they just backed down to us? Alright, we'll take it. Or maybe we should have probably made the war reps, I don't know. Well, we'll take a Beijing. Very nice. Forbidden City. Speaking of the Forbidden City, we need to keep it employed. And to do that, we need to find a general, which is cautious real quick. Oh, there's a general. He's 81, so that's not a very ideal choice. We'll find a younger cautious, hopefully. Okay, well, there's none in our existing generals, but I found one that we could hire that was 49. Now, we're gonna retire the rest of our commanders. This guy should be the cautious. Yeah, we're gonna retire the rest of them. And then we're gonna do some abdication shenanigans, so we can get the cautious guy as our ruler, and get total separation so that the Forbidden City does not unemploy. Just need to retire all these guys real quick. Alright, we retired them all. Now we just need to take these guys out of government, and then pass freedom of conscience, unpass freedom of conscience, pass state atheism, unpass state atheism. And now the nihilist movement is going to be big mad. And then if you just give it a Monday tick, it should begin a revolution. What did we just get? 8. Okay, they're from conquering. Makes sense. Oh, the nihilist movement doesn't have enough support. Let's bolster it. So we needed to tick over to 5% support before it goes under 75% activism, please. Please tick up to 5% support right now. Okay, the movement ticked over to 6% support. So we can now abdicate the throne, and that'll pass total separation. Let's get the church and government as well. And then click this option, and we get total separation. Let's now wait for the IGs to stop being revolutionary. If they're not going to stop being revolutionary, we need to pass presidential republic, I guess, to make them happy. And we can get this government. I guess we'll just keep passing it for a little bit till the movement stops being big mad. Yeah, now the Chinese pops here should be employed enough to, or accepted enough to work in the Forbidden City and stuff for the legitimacy, which will be nice. How do we have a 25% clout industrialist? I feel like we're on interventionism and we haven't privatized any buildings. How is our industrialist so powerful? What? I'm so confused. I feel like our industrialist should not be this strong. Oh, we get 25% from the coup thing? Okay. I guess we got some lucky events that are boosting their clout. Let's start passing laissez-faire. We really should have got this a while ago, but whatever. Labor movement actually is a bit of a problem here. Yeah, that's going to stick up to 86% activism. Let's try to pass this. I believe. No, the anarchy. Terrible. 5% radicalism. Oh, I forgot to actually hire new generals. Oops. Um, bit of a mistake. Well, we shall deal with this evil Indian uprising. They should really realize how great of a ruler of India the Persians are, and why they... You should just not revolt from me, you know? Got a Han uprising in Beijing? How dare they? Evil Chinese rising up in Beijing. Bruh, France, stop supporting uprisings in the Dominion of India now! This Han separatist movement almost won, but we split off one of our armies, and we were able to beat it. Take a little bit of trying, but we got it. We're good. Also, we just unlocked steel frame buildings, so we'll start putting ourselves up to that. We're also going to go up a tax level to try to fund that. Oh, we can't actually go up a tax level. Why are we so low legitimacy? Oh, everyone hates us. Yeah, we're not passing laissez-faire. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go for proportional taxation then. Too bad. Okay, we can get Egypt reduced autonomy. We just need to grant them Hijazi Yemen, and then nice. Egypt is now a puppet. And we're going to feed the Ottomans a little bit of Egypt so we can reduce autonomy real quick. Is there anything that we can reduce that's better than Ankara plus Adana? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So we're just going to give them Adana and Ankara, which is going to put the Egyptians at big bad liberty desires, but it just is what it is. Now I'm going to go over here to Japan, and we're gonna declare... Oh wait, why can we not liberate country on Japan? Do we have too good of relations with Japan? They're improving relations with us. No! I guess we'll declare for Serbia Protectorate as our war goal. Not what I was really hoping for, but not much we can do about it. Let's just see. Can we defeat the Russians here? I don't know. Probably not, but, you know, I'm sure we can defeat the Russians. What could possibly go wrong? We have the Ottoman Empire on our side. We have Egypt on our side. I see nothing that could possibly go wrong, except for everything that could go wrong, which is everything. The reason we're declaring this instead of just fighting Russia directly is, of course, we had too good of relations. Anyway, first war goal I want to add is liberate Kazakhstan, followed by as many return CBs as the game will let me have infamy for. We'll see how many we have infamy for. I assume... Oh, we have enough for... Or not infamy, maneuvers I meant. But yeah, we have enough for all of them. Alright, we'll take Russian war reps as well then. Pass prop tax, very nice. Now it's time to actually pass pro army. I'm gonna start building some shrapnel artillery for this army, because we definitely want that. Shrapnel arty will let us actually push. Oh, Greece just got enforced mill access into the war, not good. Pretty much just holding the line right now. We are making some wins, but front is pretty equal for now. Hopefully these guys are taking on dead. They aren't. Okay, that's not a good sign. I'm gonna try to land up in Russia. Hopefully they'll divert a lot of troops, or just let us make it all the way to Ingria. We'll see. Because it's just a little bit gonna take a long time to push. We were making a small advantage already, but yeah, just making it into there is gonna speed things up a lot. Lots of war goals we've got here. Return so many states. Wow, Serbia really does not want peace. Oh, that's because we have Serbia Protectorate. We could just avoid taking that, I guess. Oh, well, Russia doesn't want peace either. So we'll just wait a little bit longer before we peace out. Maybe we can make some progress here. We're probably gonna get kicked out of the capital, but whatever. Well, the passing of Pro Army is not going well. We'll try it again in 2 years. Well, we re-landed. See what's gonna happen this time. Probably just gonna let us get back into the capital. They really just refused to station things in the Finland HQ for some reason. Oh, we got into Novgorod this time. That's gonna slow them down from stopping us a little bit, I guess. Wait, what? What's going on here? How would they get back off the front or something? I don't know. All I know is that they're gonna cap soon. Russia's about to cap, and there they go. Nice. So the Kazakh Khanate just ran out. What's their most infamy expensive state? We're gonna fall in next to their country, I think. I guess that 8.3. Yeah, okay, Italy. And then we'll just conquer the rest of their country as well. You know, this is all a rightful part of the Persian Empire. Clearly, it clearly states so in the 5th Amendment of the Constitution of Persia, clearly. I don't know. Okay, the Kazakh War is almost over. I'm gonna declare on Russia for... Oh, Spain and stuff are likely to join. Who cares? We're strong enough. Conquer Spain. Conquer Stavropol, I think. Yeah, let's take Stavropol, I think. Or no, let's use our return CBs first, see how much infamy it is. Yeah, okay, we have enough for Stavropol. We're gonna take it. Amazing. Perfection. Oh, and we want to revoke claim on Uralsk, so we can actually colonize this. Okay, Kazakh revolt is now done, so we can send these troops up to the front and defeat the Russians. The great Irani army shall push into Russia, except they're actually going to try to push into us via cars, because we don't have enough defenders for that, but all will be fine, I believe. This Armenia front is really bad. So bad. I enforced mill access on India. Hopefully they'll send over some troops and try to stop it. But yeah, things aren't looking too good on that cars front. Maybe we can just naval invade cars? Oh, it looks like landing into cars actually worked. Okay, nice. We're barely winning on the front right now. I guess we'll just go defense for the most part and wait till Spain and stuff caps out or something. Whoa, Russia actually has more power projection than us. What? No, this is not acceptable. How? Beat up a bunch of barracks, maxed our conscription. We're gonna try to do everything we can to pass back up the Russians in power projection. I guess I'll try to pass pro-army again. Or mass conscription could be better. Okay, we'll just keep trying to pass pro-army, I guess. Get the plus 10 offense defense will be very nice. Hopefully you can just hold the line. I'm actually surprised that the Russians have so much power projection compared to us, though. We'll see if the front might change once Spain and stuff are out, but I'm not actually sure. It looks like actually there's no Spanish troops on the front. Yeah, Spain's out and the front is still equal. We turn on field hospitals. Recovery rate is a decent modifier. It only works if your opponent has lower kill rate than you have recovery rate, though, so it's not as good as it seems. But apparently, if you have 100% recovery rate, your troops effectively don't take any dead or wounded casualties, which would just be absurdly strong. Like, we've got a big advantage on the front now, so we can push into Stavropol and Kuban to finally enforce the war. Okay, professional army, very nice pass. Gonna reduce our conscript count, but our troops are gonna be better, and we can potentially conscript up shrapnel if we want. Okay, there's Kuban taken, and Russia's gonna be negative soon. Need all of our war goals. Okay, Russia does not want peace. Too bad. Okay, and there goes Russia. Got some nice borders. Finish off Russia conquest and start colonizing into Uralsk now. That's a big Indian uprising there. Time to invade Bahrain for their great state. You know, the British are probably going to get involved, but yeah, if the British get involved, they'll lose their states in Arabia too. So I wouldn't recommend it if I were Britain. But yeah, the British did join. So if the British have 500 battalions, oh, they're already full max conscripted due to a France war. Okay. Whoa, British economy is huge. Wow, that's actually so big. Anyway, we're gonna take British Trucial Coast and Oman. Okay, well, we're pushing into Bahrain, we're gonna push into Oman, and then we're waiting for our navy to arrive to land the Trucial Coast, and that should just be a win. Luckily, Britain is still kind of in this France war for now, which is nice. Turkmenia uprose from us right as they got annexed, I think. Yeah, the country does not exist anymore, even though we just saw an uprising. Anyways, I'm start incorporating this stuff, actually. You know, that would be good. Why is our GDP so low? Oh, we're not constructing. Oh, there's British navies arriving here to do that. Uh-oh. They're gonna try to naval invade us, which means we can't land Trucial Coast. We could enforce mill access on Trucial states. You can also just try to build a bigger navy, I guess. That's what we'll try to do. Quickly just try and build a bigger navy. Oh, the Brits have landed. That's not good. The Brits have so much power projection. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay, their fleet is gone, seemingly, so let's just take over the Trucial Coast, and then it's gonna be a matter of time. Oh, they're in our country. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Just don't make it to Mazandaran before we arrive, please. No. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. 452 stacks on the front, so now we can't get pushed. Okay. Gotta love this bug where a random subject is in the peace screen whenever you attack a random country and then they cap out. It's so amazing feature. Alright, Britain's gonna cap out now. Yep, there they go. Alrighty. Oman just accepted being full annexed, I think? Or, yeah, they don't exist anymore. Nice. I think the only thing we have left to conquer for nice borders is gonna be the Khalsa Raj. And we'll have pretty nice looking borders. Okay, I think we have enough infantry to conquer this without going over 100. So conquer Kashmir, conquer Punjab, conquer Sikh Pashtunistan, and conquer Pahari Punjab. Yep, we do. Alright, well, we'll fix the borders for the final time. Oh, and we can reduce Trucial State's autonomy to make the borders more blue. Khalsa Raj is nearly dead. Just need to push into Pahari Punjab or have him take to minus 100. I'm not actually sure which one will happen first. Okay, I guess we push into Pahari Punjab. Nice. The borders are complete. Well, let's declare neutrality in this play. That's we're going to be ending off the run. This is what our power block looks like. This is our GDP graph. This is our literacy. Of course, if we were to want to get the achievement, we'd pretty easily give away states. We have a bunch of states with over 85% literacy. Yeah, goodbye.